Today is my official book launch for Reclaiming Your Best Self, the 4 Disciplines of Mindful Acceptance. This is my official launch. If you haven't already bought your ticket, it is on sale now. This event was a ticketed event, so people here, they bought a ticket and they did receive a book. If you did not make this event, you can still purchase a ticket. You can reclaim your best self now.
Wow, that's awesome, Dr. Chastity. She is a licensed psychologist, a life coach, and the author of Reclaiming Your Best Self. And she talks about the 4 disciplines in order to do so.
So the 4 disciplines of mindful acceptance are ways of being mindful, being intentional, being self-compassionate, and being creative in all that you do and in all ways and in all things.
Wow. Dr. Chastity, we had you on the network a few weeks ago, and I'm reclaiming my best self.
Absolutely.
I am reclaiming my best self. You have left such an impression, and we are so elated to be here celebrating with you on this special occasion.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Whatever it is that you've lost, that you've thrown by the wayside, I want you to reclaim it today. Reclaim your time, reclaim your body, reclaim your finances. Reclaim it all. It's your life. Reclaim it.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, how can our viewers get your book?
Currently, it's available at Amazon.com and all other online retailers. If you're in Charlotte, local, North Carolina, you can get this book from Main Street Bookstore. It is in Davison, North Carolina. Main Street Bookstore.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, we're going to take a switch right here.
Absolutely.
And we will be back right after dinner to highlight this great occasion.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. We're back. Wake Up Call on the Move. I'm your host, Annie Sally. Well, we have Anthony and 2 beautiful girls on our platform. Would you like to tell them something about you?
Hi, my name is Jade. Hi, my name is Amber.
Jade, what was it like when your mom was writing this book? Was it fun? It wasn't fun. Didn't have much mom and me time? Well, it's all done now. Are you excited?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. What about you?
Yes.
It's fun now?
Yes.
Thank you so much for talking. Okay, let's move to Daddy. Anthony, talk about the process. Talk about the process. You know, that's hard work.
Yeah, I would say it was definitely a whole lot of work. I'm very proud of her. She definitely did her thing. I would say she actually motivated me a lot throughout this process.
Okay.
So, I mean, she helps with the girls. She has a full-time job, a full-time husband, and still found time to do this book.
That's
I mean,
good.
from 9 to 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, she was working on this book for months, years.
Wow.
On it. And I would say the reason I say she motivated me is that I would get off work, and I usually get off work late, help put the girls to sleep, and then like 9 a.m. I'm ready to, 9 p.m. I'm just ready to crash, and I see her still grinding. So that lasted probably about 6 to 8 months, and then it made me get on my horse a little bit more as well to start something different as well, to where we're kind of both doing the 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Grind now together. But I'm very proud of her. I'm proud to see the book. She put her heart and soul into it, and I couldn't be more proud of her.
Wow. The support is very important from our families because we're trying to give back to the world. However, you guys are our first work, so we have to continue to keep it moving. So thank you so much. Anything else you would like to say about the journey, or even Dr. Chastity as a person?
I would say that she is very open, honest, gives direct feedback. She takes it on her heart. She listens. Communicates well, and I mean it shows in her book. It shows through her clients. It shows through her friends.
That's good.
It shows through the support that she receives and the support that she gives back out.
Wow.
And I would just say that everybody has a journey, and you just got to accept that journey as it comes through.
Wow.
It's put on your heart. You got to take it and run with it.
All right. What would you say to husbands out there?
I would say the biggest thing from a husband's perspective is you have to be supportive.
Okay.
It's not about you, it's about her.
Okay.
And just be in the background, whatever they need,
That's-
you got to be back there and help. So that's what it's all about.
That's good. We highlighted that on the Love and Marriage show. We said it's like being on one team. You're not competing, but you're all fighting for the same team.
That's right.
And that's just what you said here. Thank you
Yep.
so much for
Oh,
coming.
I would actually like to add one more thing, and I think this is very important, given what she's done with this book. And this is coming from me having 2 daughters.
Okay.
Is for my daughters to see a very strong black woman.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. And also a legacy. This is a legacy for your family. Awesome. Thank you so much, Anthony. And now, Dr. Adams, you have, who else you want to highlight?
What about Miss Hannah Hansen?
Okay, we're going to do Hannah first. Okay, Miss Hannah Hansen, we would love for you to come and share with us. I love that gift in you.
Absolutely.
No. Let's come this way, Miss Hannah. Just bear with us. We're just transitioning.
Yeah, just come through.
Yes. Careful.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
And you are.
Yes.
Okay,
Over
come
this
over
way.
a little bit.
Oh, so it's definitely Hassan.
Hassan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No, it's all good. It's spelled right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. What should we know about Miss Hassan?
Well, I am, as you heard earlier, I'm a poet first, you know. A lover of words. I grew up in a family where everything that was said was very important.
Okay.
And then, of course, that has to match what you do, right? So I'm a poet, a writer, and everything that I do is sort of deeply connected to the community.
Okay.
I have a special love for empowering women and girls.
Wow.
Especially women and girls of color.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're going to have you back for our women's conference.
Oh, I'm coming.
Wow. Okay. So you said it's important to give back to the community.
Right.
See, that's what gifting is all about. It's not for us, it's to give to others.
Right.
We're God's instruments to give out what He's entrusted in us. And I love the way you do that through words. Anything you would like to share with our listeners?
Sure. And I'll just say, to follow up on what you said, for myself and for anyone else who hears it, our gifts, they're not our own. Like, to have a gift that has been divinely placed in us and for us to not be using it,
Okay.
to me almost feels like a sin, you know?
Right.
Because we were all placed here with some type of purpose. And that purpose is for us to do whatever it
We were
is that
created
we
to
were.
do.
Exactly.
That's
So,
awesome. And
yeah.
you do it well.
Thank you.
Can you share some of your writing? I know you don't have anything in hand. Is it something brief you may want to share? And then let our listeners know how they can contact you.
Anytime someone asks me to share, and I know I shared it earlier, I share my theme poem.
Okay.
I believe that it's my message that if I don't say anything else, I will say it.
Okay.
So is that fun?
That's fine.
All right. And again, just let me thank you, Dr. Chastity, for reaching out and asking me to be a part of this. We were connected through another sister, and it just shows the power of sister.
Okay.
All right, how to live like a giant. You've got to build yourself up. Be your own biggest fan. You have to do everything to convince yourself that the world is in your hands. You've got to hold your head high and elevate your mind. You've got a status quo to defy, and you're running short on time. You have to capture every second. You've got to make bold decisions. You have to cherish every blessing. You make your own life worth living. You've got to work and sweat, dream, and believe that you are what you've been waiting for, that you can achieve. You've got to get used to failure and then build yourself back up. You can't give way to the pressure. You renavigate when you get stuck. And you've got to get okay with you. in everything that makes you unique. You command the attention of the room. You make them listen when you speak. You've got to trust your instincts and walk in faith. You have to train yourself to strategically think that you're going to win this race, and you have to be kind and persistent, captivating and vivid, unforgettable and crazy. And you've got to work on this daily, because you hold your destiny in every fiber of your being. You define your life, and you will determine its meaning. You have been given all the tools that you need, and you can set this world on fire if you'll just live by this creed in the face of the status quo. You have to remain viciously defiant. Yes, you've got to take hold of all of these little things if you want to live like a giant.
Wow, let's give her a hand praise. That is awesome. How can our listeners and viewers find you, contact you for
Sure.
engagement?
You want to tell us about the summer camp?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
so I have a program that I've recently started with my sister. It's called Epic Tribe. It's the Sisterhood of Strategic Storytelling. We believe that women, through the power of sharing their stories in a smart, strategic way, can change the world. So find us online, specifically on Instagram. It's EPOCH Tribe, TRIBE. If you Google me, Hannah Hassan, you'll find me. You can email me, Hannah Hassan, HANNAHHASAN @gmail.com. And to reiterate, we're having a summer program. This is the second year that we've done it. This year for girls only. It's called Epic Tribe Presents Spoken Summer. Girls will spend 2 weeks learning how to own the power of their voice. They will build sisterhood with other young women, and at the end of every 2-week program, we'll invite the parents in to see what they've learned.
I love
Wonderful,
that. That's
wonderful.
exciting. Thank you.
Is there a cost for that program?
Yes, so the cost is on the website, epictribe.com, and we are also now implementing in payment plans so that it can be affordable for everyone.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And if you would send that to us, I'll put it on
Oh,
our
for sure.
page as well, so we can share that. That's awesome.
My God, yes,
Come
thank
on, let's
you.
give Hannah Hansen another hand. Hansen. Nice meeting
We'll be
you.
in touch.
Very
Okay.
soon,
Yes,
very
ma'am.
soon.
Thank you.
Yes.
So just dip out of here.
Okay, Dr. Chastity, it's on you. What else should we know about you and also reclaiming your best self?
Yes. I'm super excited about this book. I'm super excited about sharing it with the world. I think this book can help so many people on so many levels. So often, as I've said several times today, as a woman, we're raised to be caretakers and to do for others. We're not raised to take care of ourselves. So to some degree, and for some people, this is a new message to encourage you to actually take care of your emotional self. So I'm not suggesting take care of yourself as in make sure you go to the nail salon, make sure you get your hair done. That's not what I'm speaking of. I'm talking about being assertive, speaking up for what you want, saying what you mean, meaning what you say. If you're able to do something, do it. If you're unable to do it, say no. Actually saying what you mean, meaning what you say. Not overcommitting. If you look at your schedule and don't think you're able to do it, say that you can't do it. Overcommitting is huge. And we stretch ourselves so thin so often that is not much left of us to give to ourselves. So although emotional self-care looks at taking care of the mind, that still means the physical. But if I'm so drained emotionally, I'm not going to find time to exercise.
Absolutely.
Because I'm drained, because I'm actually probably thinking about how I'm going to solve somebody else's life problem.
Right.
That is draining when you're spending a lot of energy worrying about how you going to solve somebody else's
That's
life
right.
problem.
That's right. I love when you mentioned that. You said emotional health, it starts with you, and then you said according to your value system, you know,
That's
and you
important.
alluded to that right just then. Talk about that.
That's very important. So often I'm talking about emotional self-care, taking care of yourself. All of that is in the context of a value system. So that's where you're going to see my spirituality piece coming out.
Okay.
Where are your values?
Okay.
So I use a form of therapy called ACT on myself and with my clients. It's called acceptance and commitment therapy. The premise behind that is being able to sit with uncomfortable emotions, being able to sit with some of the difficulties of life, and do things that matter, and doing things that are value-oriented and value-driven. So one of the things I like to do is help people create their values. Values are chosen.
Yes.
So often, many of us are raised and values are just thrust upon us. And if they're thrust upon us, we may or may not believe them or agree with them. As an adult, you have the choice to come up with your chosen values. So for the most part, if I choose something, I'm going to be more willing to do it versus someone telling me this is how I should behave. Sometimes we do the opposite of what people say we should do just because.
That's right.
I didn't choose it. But if I come up with my chosen values, I'm more willing and more likely to incorporate them in my life and use them to guide my behavior.
That's awesome. And that's much like walking in your passion.
It is, absolutely.
When you do what you're called to do versus work just for the sake of a job, then you're not as passionate. It's just to make ends meet. But when you do what you're called to do, it's not like working.
It is not working. I
Not
will
at
say,
all.
along those lines, as a licensed psychologist and life coach, in my practice, I think most of my clients know I absolutely love what I do. I'm in a very fortunate position where I actually don't have to work for money.
Okay.
I mean, that's a privilege.
That's
I
a
thank God every
privilege.
day for
That's
that.
a privilege.
I work because I want to.
Okay.
However many clients I see a week is because I desire to be there. I love what I do.
That's awesome.
And I think my clients think that they're just learning from me. They don't realize I too am learning from them. We are growing together. I'm not sitting up high looking down low telling you how you should live your life. We are together learning and
That's
growing.
what I love about
so
you.
I want my clients to know I learn as much from you as you learn from me.
Wow.
And I love what I do.
It's like you roll up your sleeves and you get in the fight with them.
I do.
And that's why I know you're in your call. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. My bishop once asked the question. He said, what is it that you would do if money was not an option? And when we discovered that, he said, that's what you were called to do.
Absolutely, and that's a question I often ask my clients.
On your question?
So I actually have a lot of clients who work in corporate America. And they actually make good money in corporate America, but they're working for the dollar. And many of them aren't necessarily passionate about what they're doing. So I do understand that money makes the world go around. So I encourage them to not necessarily quit your day job, but still consider what you're passionate about. Using that big money to fund those other things.
Now that's
because
good.
sometimes without that big money, it's hard to fund these passions.
That's good.
You can be a starving artist if you want, and that's okay. But many people do not want to be a starving artist. So in that case, keep the day job. Use the day job to supply what it is that you're passionate about. And if you're truly passionate about that, over time, that passion job will probably take over that day job.
And it should. It should, because the gifts should turn over revenue for us eventually. But we have to work the work.
You have
and
to
that's
do the
what
work.
I found out about you and your journey. Anything else you would like to say to our viewers?
As we wrap up, as you said, work the work, I'm going to just piggyback on that. You have to be willing to do the work. Work is not going to do itself. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be challenging. You have to be able to deal with it being uncomfortable and challenging. I have a lot of people saying, well, I don't want to do that. Well, you must not want to succeed. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know a way around that. It takes hard work. I did not just sit down and a book wrote itself.
No.
Literally, there were long, exhausting, excruciating hours. Do the work. It will pay off. Be willing to do the work.
Wow.
It will pay off.
That's awesome. Well, you mentioned your practice and even the type of therapy that you do. Do you want to share with our listeners and our viewers your actual location of your practice?
Absolutely.
And how they can reach you?
Absolutely. I am located in the University area of Charlotte, North Carolina, 1905 JN Pease Place, Suite 202. You can always find me online at www.drchacityadams.com. That's drchacityadams.com. And for social media, everything is drchacityadams.com. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. I just found out I have a hashtag.
I was going to ask you about it.
I just found out. I didn't even know that I needed a hashtag. I was told that I needed all those others, Facebook, Instagram. So I did it.
What is
now
it?
Reclaiming your best self.
Reclaiming your best self. Hashtag reclaiming your best self. I literally just was told that. And someone said I created it. Hannah said I created it for you. Thank you, Hannah. Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay.
We're always learning.
Always learning, always growing. Hashtag reclaiming your best self. I have a hashtag.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, how can they get that book again?
Absolutely. You can find that book online at all the online retailers such as Barnes & Nobles, as well as Amazon.com. I haven't said it enough today. If you enjoyed that book, I would love an Amazon review.
Woo!
Reviews are huge.
We should all do that. We should all do that.
Because the more reviews I get, the more people would notice the book and more lives could be helped. In addition, if your local Main Street bookstore is holding the book, it's in downtown Davidson. Main Street Books is holding the book in downtown Davidson.
Well, we're going to highlight another event of yours next Saturday. Would you like to talk about that?
Absolutely. Next Saturday, I actually will be at Main Street Books doing a book signing. And actually, $1 of each book sold will be given back to a local elementary, which is Davidson Elementary School. So again, next week, Saturday, March the 24th, from 10:30 to 12:30, I will be at Main Street Books in downtown Davidson, selling and signing books, and $1 of each book sold will be given to Davidson Elementary.
Amen. Amen. Any closing remarks?
Always do your best. If you're doing your best, you will live a life without regrets, without remorse. You will enjoy the fullness that this life has.
Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you, Anthony. Thanks to your babies. Hannah, thank you so much. We're going to have you back on the Wake Up Call radio and TV talk show.
And I'm going to be back because I'm saying yes to the universe.
Hello.
Yes.
And we have already named you psychologist of the Wake Up Call Network Global Ministries.
I will take that.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Wake Up Call on the Move, and I'm your host, Annie Sally. And thank you, Dr. Chasity Adams, for this wonderful event, and the food was delicious.
Awesome.